Alright, we are back at it again for some more SimCity. And we're gonna resume our restarted hard mode attempt, where I'm trying to incorporate more parks and shit. And something I realized, because I'm going to be turning this all commercial, that means that we can actually save money on the rail. Big Marriage Chef, what up, Jen? Dude, you're in here like instantly, dude. I'm not even 1 minute streaming. Hope you had a good Monday. Yeah, I'm chilling. I was watching a shitload of baseball documentaries about Ryan Sandberg. I'm fucking getting really into baseball, so that when we play baseball games, we play millions of baseball games on the SNES Quest. You know, I'm gonna be like fully ingrained in the culture. Fair warning. Curiosity got the best of me, and I was like, what the fuck is even the difference between normal, hard, and obviously easy mode? And apparently normal mode also has disasters, which is kind of neat. But also, something that I was kind of feeling but didn't quite know is that you get less money in this game, and maintenance costs more on hard mode. So, little bit of a baby bitch. And also, the game acts in hard mode as if you have a higher tax rate, even though it's the same tax rate. So whatever. But I've already played this game before, so I'm not really super worried about any of it. But yeah, if you lower your tax rate to 5%, then it's supposed to be as if it was 7%. So as if it is 7% on hard mode, it's as if we're actually on the 9% tax rate, which is no good. So let's just ease into it. Let's ease down to 6%. Also, what's up, baby Carrot? It is very dangerous out there. Careful, Carrot. Love the research I put into my upcoming games. I'm a champion. Thanks. Makes for such a fuller experience. It's just, you know, something that people always do in the retro game community is they always shit on sports games, but there are people that love retro sports games even to this day. And, you know, why do they love them? It cannot just be nostalgia, you know? Like, it's too easy to say, oh, it's just nostalgia. Because people say that shit about, like, really good retro games that we all love. Holy shit, Jen, you were way too kind, man. Cheers. You got the big ass Arnold Palmer. You can actually see him on the Game Boy camera. That's sick. Congratulations on passing your first assignment, baby Karen. But yeah, you know, like, what's the point in rushing? What's the point in, you know, just not having a good time, you know? When I play these sports games, I want to be fully engrossed. Think your net's being a poop? That is like the most Kiwi way that you could have said that. But I'm still trying to decide who my baseball team of choice is gonna be. Prime very high. But yeah, I might take a break from SimCity just because it's so long. I might take a break from SimCity and we might do Super Bases Loaded sometime this week. Which is really me just trying to cheese so that I play Super Bases Loaded before I play the 3DO. Hey, what up, Lily? Thank you for being first. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, look at that. That's fucking rough, right? So I made like 50 bucks. The 3D Odyssey ain't even fully funded yet? Yeah, I know. But that's why I still have the chance to sneak it in. What's next? Super Base is loaded, which is probably all I'll get done if we switch to the 3D Odyssey. If that channel point challenge is completed. All right, let's go 5%. Let's see if that has a strong impact. What happens if it isn't completed? Then all the points that were funded to it just get Thanos snapped away. And at the start of the next month, then I'll set it up again. I thought they always get refunded, but they don't. They always get refunded because every other time I like turned off the channel point challenges like early, and then they give you the option to refund it, or maybe it always refunds it. But if it times out legitimately, then all the points just get Thanos snapped. You know, say what's up? Roldy, what's up? Lily, thanks for contributing to the 3D Odyssey challenge. You're all gonna get it anyways. You'll make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, it has been a while, Roldy. Hope you're doing well. Lives next to some high-rise apartments. Yeah, I guess so. Well, we're like in between, you know. We're a man of the people, both people. Yeah, I mean, look at this shit. 76K on the 3D Odyssey. It's happening. It's happening. Roldy contributed as well. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. In funny news, I've been listening to old recordings of Art Bell's radio program. If you all don't know who Art Bell is, he hosted Coast to Coast and a bunch of other shit, but it's basically just nonsense, like conspiracy theory, like talk radio from the 90s. But if you go on archive.org, there's like countless days worth of these recordings, and there's a mix that's like 22 hours of people just talking about Y2K and how serious it's gonna be. It's really good for falling asleep. It's really good for falling asleep. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna crank this shit back up to 7%. Because I'm not seeing a difference, if I'm being honest. And you know me, I'm always honest. Alright, so I think my plan was to finish this, connect this shit up. Alright, and now we chill. Y2K is gonna be crazy. But yeah, it's mostly about aliens and shit. Working and lurking around. Hell yeah. Yeah. Man, Roldy. You know, because of the time zone, I guess Baby Carrot has the same type of situation, right? Where it's like, we almost live in different worlds. You know? Question mark. It's just the time of the day is so different, is all I'm getting at. It's like 8:30 p.m. here. And it's not 8:30 p.m. where you are. I know the Mayan calendar ends on the year 2012. Yeah, we're just living on borrowed time, eh? Alright, whatever the fuck I read about the taxes, I'm telling you, this game is so poorly documented. The only person that knows anything about this fucking game is that one guy on YouTube that has made, like, days worth of recordings. Although, I don't know, maybe it is fucking it up. Maybe the taxes are different. What is going on? Yeah, maybe the taxes are different. 2:38 p.m. Tuesday, you're living in the future. Alright, so if I crank it down to 5%, will that actually change anything? Also, now I don't need this, so I can replace that with park. And I can replace this with park. Sick. What is SimCity even about, y'all? Alright, so maybe it do be like the way they say it be. Maybe. Okay, yeah, I guess it is having a pretty big effect, eh? But yeah, if anyone's curious what the first game is on the 3DO, the 3DO only launched with one game. One. And that game's name was Crash and Burn Einstein. Crime very high. That's okay. But anyways, for those who missed it, our previous town got absolutely booty blasted by Bowser. And then, like, it just wasn't working very well. So I came up with this new idea. It's probably not gonna work out very well either. I'm currently in the what is it called? I'm in like the denial phase. Right? So I'm in denial. And so, or is it bargaining? I'm in the bargaining phase. So like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get 600k on hard mode, but I don't think that I can actually do it for a couple of reasons. And it's kind of like all the reasons schmixed together that make it to where I don't think I can do it. So reason number one, we have to use extra space and use coal power instead of nuclear power, because nuclear power has the chance to explode randomly on normal and hard mode. So coal power it is. So that's already inefficient. Inefficiency number one. Inefficiency number two, you get fucked with disasters randomly, which a nuclear power plant blowing up is a disaster. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if they just destroyed your shit and you rebuild, right? And they do destroy your shit and you can rebuild. But the key problem is that they can destroy your special buildings that have drastic effects on your yearly income and or the land value that they surround, and you don't get them back. You don't get them back. So basically, if I can get 500,000, all right, that's fine. If I can get 500,000 smack'ems, on hard mode, then that would be great. Also, this is bullshit. We lost 3,000 population. I haven't changed anything. Typical. Yeah, this game's tight. I like this game. Even though this game on hard mode is like 90% just waiting around. Alright, peace out, baby carrot. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, we're gonna put some industry in. That's my next goal, is to get the industry. And you know, I'm always looking ahead. This is way ahead. But, you know, I've just been looking at, like, the sports games. And especially the shitty sports games. And one of them, Super Play Action Football, that game apparently sucks huge ass. But something that was really surprising to me about it is that the, like, it has the NFL teams, but then it also has college, and it has like a shitload of college teams. I think it just has colors. It doesn't have like the logos or anything. But that really surprised me. Is like it has a shitload of college teams. And then even weirder is that it has a high school mode. But everybody that I saw that was playing it didn't look at the high school mode. Because I was curious, like, so does it, like, which high schools would it even pick? Or does it just not have high school as that's like high school, like made up high school names? High school A, high school B. But like you go to play a game of Super Play Action Football and it's like, it's literally like NFL, college, or high school. And I can't think of another sporty ball game that has modes like that. Also, what the fudge? 4920? Why? Why have I been fudged? Why have I been fudged so badly? At least getting fudged this badly with a 5% tax rate, we're making $15 more. We're making $15 more than we're expending. What I really need to start doing is build commercial along here, and then I can basically like cut this rail into two-piece segments, and we'll save money that way. More roads required. My ass. We have enough roads just the way it is. But yeah, I'm still soul searching for what baseball team I should pick. I don't know why it's so hard for me to like identify with a baseball team. Like football, that's easy. Eagles, you know? Football is easy. Hockey, it's a little difficult, but I mean, the New Jersey Devils, I mean, come on, with a name like that. And I was born in Jersey. What are the other sporty ball sports? Oh yeah, basketball. Basketball, it's like, all right, I'll just go Orlando Magic. But like, I ain't going the Marlins. In sporty ball baseball edition, I can't in good conscience go Marlins. Come on. The funny thing is, I feel like it's easier for me to pick a Japanese baseball team. Which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, now does it? Which I would probably go with the Yokohama Bay Stars. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. What is going on, man? You know, I'm starting to think, like, am I reading the RCI graph wrong? I know the RCI graph is bullshit anyways. Let me pull up the manual again. Oh fuck, what's going... Oh no! A fucking earthquake, dude? I can't afford that shit. Earthquake crash, boom, bam, a major earthquake has shaken your fine city to ruins. Major fires are burning out of control. Put out the fires and restore power to all zones before you begin to rebuild your city to its past glory. Fuck! Oh, it actually didn't change anything. That actually didn't do anything. This is a real I don't care moment. That's so weird. I think this shit is glitched too, so that I can actually put, I can increase the land. These like still count as full buildings. This is actually a good thing that happened. Because this game has like this weird glitchiness to it, I guess, where like there's like holes in these buildings, but they don't need to be replaced, and they don't negatively impact the population that they provide, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure, anyways. So I think I'm allowed to like put parks in this Swiss cheese. Fuck it, let's do it. So like, it's sort of a free way to increase land value. That's funny. Just a little beautification project is all. Did my shit down here explode? No. See, it's too bad it didn't like shave off part of one. Yeah, how interesting is that? Because this shit should still grow. Oh wait, what the fuck? This building like just fixed itself. Oh. Maybe they'll fix the holes on their own. Have to be on the lookout for this one. Yeah, so yeah, did it fix this? No, I don't think so. I think it damn, alright, well I might have just wasted money to fill all that in. But I thought it was a cool idea at the time. Yeah, okay. So it will actually automatically fix them. What a shame. Oh well. Yeah, so the funny thing is if you read this shit right, there's no demand for anything. That's what the RCI is telling us. There's like negative demand for everything at this point, which is obviously bullshit. So I think we gotta build residential. I was gonna say let's build industry, but I think we need to get the residential in there, or it's not gonna do much. Oh, which, duh, I actually need to... I should be building on this side first to take advantage of the fact that this rail already exists, because it won't increase our taxes. What is going on with our population? Hard mode really is so fucking hard. You can tell why no one fucking played this shit on hard mode back in the day. Like, it is literally, I forget who said it the other day, but it's like, hurry up and wait. It's so unfortunate. We only collected 88 taxes. Hashtag not your mayor. What up, Lancet? Yeah, do be like that, huh? Alright, this is gonna be the most land value. Alright, this is a dangerous idea, but I'm gonna go for it. Surely we won't have another down year. Surely it's gonna pop off now. Nobody's even moving in. Like, hello? Build it and they will not come. Jesus Christ. Because we got all the way up to 8,000. We got all the way up to 8,000, so it's like, what's wrong, you know? God, that's so sad. That's so sad. Alright, I think I gotta go back to 7% tax rate. Because, like, this is outrageous. And I keep saying, like, okay, maybe it is changing the demand. I don't think it is. Like, even with 5%. What's wrong is a corrupt mayor for life. Yeah, I guess. See, now it did have an effect. Maybe. Or they're just being finicky. See, there's no reason why this shouldn't be building. It's very wacky. See, I raised the tax rate, people keep moving in. But not here, though. I get that the RCI is saying that there's no demand for residential, but, like, that's bullshit. So they're saying there's no demand for industry, but, hello? It's not even building, industry. Fickle people. See, like, even this. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Yeah, see, that 7% brings in way more. So now we have 108. Let's save. Just in case. And put the industry down. Did I even fucking do this right? So it goes this. Hold on. I'm trying to like map this out in my head. 3. Did I fuck this up? Because this should be like this. 3. 1, 2, 3. Agent sends his regards. He has been hit with the shadow ban affliction. Verified accounts only chat? Really? Also, what up, Zard? I mean, what are my chat rules? I don't even remember where to find that. Chatter permissions. Email verification. All chatters must have a verified email. I think that's reasonable. Phone verification. Some chatters must have a verified phone number. Chatters without a verified phone number must have accounts older than 6 months. I think that's reasonable too. Is that unreasonable? I think it's the same shit that happened to you like a year and a half ago during Tales of Fantasia. Yeah, I remember you posted on my my YouTube VOD. Those are some bad times, huh? Those are some bad times. Damn, I think I fucked this up. Oh well. don't think it's anything I did, it's just Twitch thinking someone is a troll, despite being in chat for X amount of time. And they just posted about it. Twitch is currently locking him out of all of chats with verified accounts only chat nonsense. Maybe it's because Ageless has age in his name, and that's being flagged as a naughty no-no term or something. Hey, what up, strong independent womans? You're doing well, Jay. I think this is right. It's just that this bottom part is always fucked. Bro, what is going on with my population? I'm, like, about to give up on hard mode, honestly. Should we give up on hard mode? Like, this is so fucked. This is so fucked, guys. I think we just do normal mode. 500,000 on normal mode. Deal? Deal, chat? I'm out of here. No deal? Alright, well, too bad. The benevolent dictator wins again. We're doing normal mode. Hard mode is too fucked up. But yeah, Jin, if you thought that was pleasant, check this out. Yeah. Zard drops money into 3D Odyssey. Drops coins, I should say. I'm about to activate my trap card on that and play Super Bases Loaded sometime this week. No, it's not the menu song. It's not the menu song. It's the Village song. This is the best song in the game, but you only get to hear it for like 5 minutes. Yeah, but this one, it's in particular, I've fallen asleep to this song a lot in the past year. You just put this song on, get really comfy. Alright, so you do that. You connect all that shit. Right, you do that. Right? You do that. Boom, boom. Boom. I'm just practicing and then we're gonna put it into action. Some cucumber slices on your eyes. That would be funny. This is using all the same sounds as Earthbound, or very similar sounds. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Right, but you do that. Bada bing. Bada boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my strat. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Right? I know nothing is building. Whoops. Pretend I didn't mess up that placement. Alright, so you do that. That's easy. And then, I gotta figure out why I was fucking this up before. Right? Because what it's gotta look like is this. That's what it's gotta look like. Tax rates are high tax rates. Build a power plant, build a power plant, build a power plant, build a power plant. I don't know, you guys. Anyways, this is what you do for the industry. Yeah, this song's sick. All right. We're giving up on hard mode officially. I tried for probably a combined total of at least, I don't know, 10 or 15 hours. It just stop trying to make hard mode happen. It's not gonna happen. We gotta do normal. Without money cheat, it'll take an eternity. Well, the problem is all your shit gets fucked up. And when your shit is getting fucked up, it's very likely that you're gonna lose your special buildings that provide such benefit. So, because that's what happened last time. Bowser fucking blew up our fountain. Bum, 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 bum. You know what we should call this city? The city of normies. Right, except normies actually just play this game on easy mode. So it's Jeff City. We built this city. Alright, Schmedium. Put that on when you're on your deathbed. That's your final request. It's a great song. Alright. Gotta get that coal power plant going. Gotta get this lined up. But yeah, we're not using the money cheat. Obviously, you could do that, but where's the fun? Bwing, bwing, bwing. Bwing, 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 bwing. Bwing, 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 bwing. Doo-doo-doo. Pollution very high. We're just getting started. Pollution very high. Shit, how does this work? Oh, wait, am I fucked? No, I'm not fucked. So I do need to do it like this. Yeah. Yeah. I do need to do it like that. Bwam, bwam, bwam. Bwam, bwam, bwam. Bwam, bwam, bwam. Bwam, bwam, bwam. Bwam, 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 bwam. Oh, fuck. Whatever. I mean, I can't get mad about $10 here and there. All right, so the interesting trick here is that we can do all that, and then each of these only need 2 rail. 2 rail. Wait a minute. No, it doesn't need rail like that. It actually needs... It actually doesn't even need rail like that. I mean, it can for this top one. I'm kind of like over analyzing this. It really just needs 2 rail like this. But I probably don't need to worry about it like that harshly on normal mode, right? Alright. Before I finish this off, I need to make sure that this fits exactly the way that I am hoping it does, because I should be able to get 6 over here. Yep. I can fit 6 in like that. Right. So it ends up looking like this, and then these ones on the bottom just kind of look weird. Very high pollution with 0 population. Well, it's because I dumped a bunch of shit and we had the power plant, right? Alright, reset. Really came out swinging on the SNES with in-depth, challenging strategy games. Populous SimCity. Only ever played SimCity on PC. Yeah, I've only played this SimCity, and this SimCity has music. Alright. Enough fucking around. Damn, I stopped that right on a dime. Pause and read Gnose's message. Music actually helps. Was a bit annoyed. Yes, Super Metroid speedrunners. What details of the game they like most? One of the best speedrunners initially thought you're a scam bot for some reason. You realize you're not. He told you without joking he actually hates the game. Thanks for the input. It really helps me develop your game. Yeah, I mean, music is incredibly important. I don't know, a lot of people don't like being asked questions because you get asked so many questions when you're streaming. Alright, let's do this. 6%, Fire Fund, 0%. Never knew I went to Egypt. I went to Egypt? What's the joke? Present, present. Village. Bum bum bum. Look at this shit. Already hit town. Now we don't get to listen to the village music anymore. Sad. Where would you like to build your own house? I don't know. Shit. I guess I'll put it here. Am I playing on an emulator? No, I'm playing on a real Super Famicom. If I was playing on emulator, do you think these video signal would look this bad? This is Park, right? Oh, fuck. Ah, brother. I just realized I've made a mistake already. Ugh. I'm resetting once more. Alright. The final reset. The final reset for real. Let's not mess this up again. In fact, build it down like that so I like can't mess it up. Basically. Yeah, I know about that. Anyways, don't tell me anything about guides and shit like that. But I do know about that, where your shit gets depowered. New Jeff lore? What is my new Jeff lore? Indoor soccer? Yeah, I don't want to know about bugs. I don't want to know anything. Don't I have this in my about section? And if there ever is a bug, don't even fucking tell me about a bug, but I already know about that shit for this game, because I played it before. Yeah, no spoilers, backseating, hints, guessing, etc. This includes telling me about missables, unlockables, or alternate modes, explaining mechanics, glitches, bugs, fun facts in quotes, cut content, giving advice, reminders, other help, even giving your personal guess at solutions, attempting to influence my decisions for metagaming purposes, etc., etc., or just telling me how to play the game in general. It's more fun / enjoyable to learn through failure. You might play your childhood favorite quote wrong, and that is okay for me. And if it's not okay for you, then that's also okay. Kiss his feet. I'm not saying it like that. I just don't want to fucking know anything. I'm just playing the game like it's back in the day. There might be that's the big issue as well. Actually, if Ageless was here, we could talk about it. It's a big issue where like even telling someone that there's a bug, it like eats away at you. It eats away at me. Anyways. And like I've had people come in here before and like tell me like random bugs about games that like I'm not even playing at the moment, and I'm just like, bruh, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Just want to experience the game how you might have experienced the game back in the day. Alright, so I think we finally got our shit set up the way that I want it. And it will be repeatable and very easy to manage. And we're on normal mode. So I'm debating how we want to build this down. Probably just this way. And I actually don't have enough to finish that. But anyways, I'm gonna save that there. And now that I'm reminded that this bug is permanent, which I did not want to know, that means that I'm not going to attempt this shit until the weekend. Yeah, but again, I just don't want to hear it. So in the future, just don't tell me about stuff like that. I'm curious if you can delete shit, actually. I don't think you can, which is funny. So anyways, let's do a scenario. And it's 9:37. Detroit, I think, is the one that's actually hard. So let's try Detroit. Our only thought is to entertain you. Entertain me? Detroit, USA, 1972. With the recent gas shortage and slumping auto sales, Detroit's economy is deeply depressed. The real estate market has crumbled, unemployment has skyrocketed, and the crime rate in downtown Detroit has risen to epidemic proportions. Your task is to lower the crime rate and reconstruct the industrial foundation within 10 years. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, God. It's so stupid that, they do this. Wait. What the fuck? Never mind. I see. It's like shoreline. Apparently you can delete shoreline. That's really funny. Well, it's not even deleting shoreline because you can't do anything about it anyways. I wonder if that actually helps against flooding, which is kind of funny. God damn, this is the ugliest fucking city imaginable. God damn, this is so ugly. Oh, fuck. Jesus. So I think you need 100k population, and you need to have, like, literally no red crime. Which sounds really difficult to do, but it actually isn't. You just have to not worry about the crime at all until, like, the last 2 years. But there just cannot be any, like, red crime whatsoever. Yeah, it is Detroit. That's true. Jesus, this is so disgusting and ugly. How many fire departments are there? Oops, what am I doing? I'm, like, misclicking everything. Oops, that's not even what I wanted. Totals is what we want. 7 fire stations? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We gotta be collecting, like, mad tax. You basically just defund fire. Defund transit. Let's reset. Sort of just, like, looking around. I remember having trouble with this one, but now that I look at it, it's actually not so bad. You just have to fucking... You basically just don't fund police. You don't fund anything for the first year. Or 5. I'm just gonna crank the game speed, because it's not really going to matter what I do. This shit is totally irrelevant. Thinking maybe... I'm thinking maybe it's best to just focus on deleting the rails only. The shitty rails. Because like, the rail is the problem. The rail is the big problem as far as, like, added tax. Damn, I forgot you can even build rail over... I forgot you could build rail on top of, the road, which is, like, really, really, really funny. This is very wasteful, though, so I'll get rid of that. Any, like, big line like that, I'll get rid of. Alright. And then every fire department that I see, I'm just gonna blow up and put police in. And there's gotta be one fire department that makes sense. This will be our only fire department by all that residential, because that should be a relatively low crime area. So everywhere that I see a fire department, I'll replace with police, just as a baseline. And, you know, we're not funding this shit either. Also, another thing I need to do, clip this so that there's no more planes. Can I force disasters? Sick. That's good. That's good, actually. I know that looks really silly, but that's, like, actually good. I want this depowered so that there's not even the potential that there's a plane crash. You don't actually have to have that shit powered, which is funny. See, the thing is, 80,000... smack'ems. Sick. Alright, so this will burn out, but the airport will stay. It's, like, actually impossible for it to burn out completely, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so something that is unfortunate here is that so much of whatever is considered the city center is not really worth redeveloping. Let's see, where's the growth? Is this it? Rate of growth. What is this? Land value? Yeah, so the land value is, like, all focused around here. But there's not really... Right. I guess I need to build along here. That should be my goal. Once that's done burning, we can redevelop. Shipwreck? Where? Oh. Okay. I forgot that can happen. I don't think it actually matters, though, because shit's still connected up over there. Actually, this isn't... Oh yeah, these are 3 nuclear power plants. Oy vey, governor. That's annoying, because I think that's gonna keep happening. Alright, whatever. Alright, so let's just build... a fuckload of residential. Right, and then... they need to have... valid destinations. So... literally something as easy as this would suffice. I'm doing this in a very ugly fashion, but that's okay. Need to wait for this to go down. Oops. So I can delete all that. Yeah, see, it totally worked. It's working. Very cool. Whoa, what the fuck happened over here? When I blew up the plane, I guess I caused... Oh my gosh. When I blew up the plane, I think I caused... I watched it crash somewhere else. Oy vey. Did it like crash twice or something? I wonder if the helicopter crashed. Alright, whatever. Another reset. It wouldn't even really matter. Alright, I need to stop being tricky with it, because these scenarios are not expecting the player to be, like, that tricky about anything. So why am I being so silly? Why am I being so silly, right? But I am going to replace all of the fire departments. That is for damn sure. And put all that shit on 0. So replace all fire departments. This needs to have a... This will definitely need a police department. All fire departments, except for that one, we will replace with police departments. That is what my people really need. Doom, 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 doom. And I guess I can go ahead and take advantage of this rail that's already here, right? Like, why not? Right, because all this shit is gonna go to a valid destination. Already. So it's like, why not? Why not just build all of this out? I wonder if I'll even need a police department over here. Hopefully not. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do it like that. Fuck. Then I'm gonna surround this shit with parks. Why is this shit still complaining? It's definitely connected. Should eventually stop complaining. Shipwreck. Yeah, I'm confused as fuck. Why is this actually, there they go. They finally stopped. Finally stopped complaining. Alright, so just build hella parks over everything. Alright. And then that should be mostly fine on its own. This shipwreck shit is out of control. I think if I do that, it's depowered and now there won't be any more ships, I think. And you don't actually need that stupid thing. Yeah, we'll get rid of all this. But let's not worry about fixing too much more. As I sit here and fix too much more. I don't know what happens if I depower this. If the plane will just plain go away. I do see that this is gonna be depowered, but that's fine. Shit, really? Alright, so all this should have valid destination. And then I'm gonna put parks all around this. In an attempt to really juice the land value. Fucking yuck. So I need all that shit to fill in. No, I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, gotta connect this back up. All that shit will build out, which will be nice. Is this shit really going at max game speed? I don't know. It feels so slow. It's kind of funny. Sometimes it was feeling pretty fast. Hey, Bahamut, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Sometimes it was feeling pretty fast when we were on hard mode and just sitting there doing nothing. But now that I'm in Detroit, the day just drones by. I'm going back to playing scenarios. I gave up on hard mode. Hard mode is, it's so brutal. It's just super duper slow. Super duper slow. So I gave up on hard mode. We'll do normal mode for 500,000 at least. Also, uh-oh, I gotta fix this. All those technically already have valid destinations, so I can get rid of that. But yeah, 800K, I fucking wish. Forgot to power that. Oops. Also, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that maybe these technically didn't have valid destinations, but now they do. But yeah, we're trying to fix Detroit, which you basically just have to... It takes 10 years, but you have to decrease crime. I think you have to decrease crime and have 100,000 population. Which really isn't too difficult to do. Yeah, see, this is all building in very nicely. I could go ahead and do this. Jesus Christ, dude. That's outrageous. I actually can't even afford the full transaction. Anyways, so the reason why I'm going to leave that at 0 is so that it removes some of the rail. Probably should have done that earlier, actually, now that I think about it. Because now it might kill my precious rail over here, which I don't want to happen. But whatever, I'll just worry about that later. Because what I need to do is I need to make sure that I can get 500,000 population. Or 500,000, 100,000 population, and then just worry about fixing the crime rate. And these two juiced, ultra juiced areas that I have built will easily get me that. So now I'm just gonna have to worry about the police. Give a shit about traffic. All right. So yeah, basically everything's good now. Basically everything's good. Yeah, see, it's gonna it's gonna break my line here and there, but I want that to happen. I know that sounds silly, but I want that to happen because it's gonna decrease. Okay, all I'm worrying about is this area, and then this shit, and then we just want to build up a lot of money so that we can fund the police. That's the plan. So we just let this play out. I guess part of the reason why I felt like the game wasn't moving is that when you're holding Y, the game is frozen. So it's probably pressing Y a lot. Fire departments do not need funding. In fact, I should check my totals. We should only have one fire station, and that is true. So I'm pretty sure we need 100k population because I think that's how it always is. Let me see what land value looks like right now. Good, good. Yeah, we juiced the land value. Yeah, so all of this red, there can be no red at the end of 10 years. And it started in 1972. But the trick is that they only check at the end. So there is actually no benefit. There's actually no benefit to having low crime until then, so there's no reason to fund the police. So we're gonna try to build up a massive surplus and then just have a shitload of police in like the last 2 years. Which is going to be really, really funny. And I'm purposely not funding the roads because the roads aren't... like, there's too many fucking roads. So there's already going to be too many... Not too many, but there's like... It's very unlikely that any amount of road degradation over 2 years is going to make a difference for whether or not this shit has valid destinations. It literally doesn't matter at all for any of this. Industry only needs one road, not even connected to anything, to count as a valid destination. So that's why I'm gonna let the roads deteriorate for... I don't even know how long, 2-3 years? Honestly, forever, maybe. Because it's gonna save us so much money. The only issue is when this stuff loses a valid destination, but it would have to have brakes. It would have to have more than one. Okay, well, as you can see here, that's what happened. But and that will decrease the maintenance cost as well. Yeah, there's no reason to build any more than this, I don't think. Yo, Scottle, what's up, dude? Thanks for contributing to the Start the 3D Odyssey challenge. Hope you're doing well. But why do they have to keep building hospitals? Popping in a bit before dinner. I'm gonna eat some pizza pops. That's what that what is that thing called? I mean, they're called pizza pops, right? But that's that like Canadian hot pocket thing. That shit cracked me up when I found out about that. It's been years, yeah. They're probably not very good for you. But yeah, SimCity is chilling. I gave up on hard mode 600k. I think our goal is going to be normal mode 500k, and then I can do 600k on easy. Definitely not great for you, yeah. Good for your spirit though, right? And that's what counts, yeah, indeed. But yeah, we're in Detroit. The trick to Detroit is that you cannot... I'm just gonna increase the tax rate to 7%. The trick is that you need to have no red crime at the end of 10 years. But it does not matter if you have crime any other time. It only matters if you don't have crime at the end. So I'm purposefully, at the moment, I'm going years without upkeep of anything, because all these, most of these roads don't fucking matter at all. And we only need 100,000, so I'm at 140,000. I built like this massive residential zone. I am gonna have to fix this rail whenever I decide to. Alright, peace out, Scottle. Thanks for dropping by. But yeah, so basically at this point we're just gonna pool money. We are going to pool money. And then I need to see what the coverage is. Right, so here's our crime rate. That's not good. And what is it? That's not that. That's power grid. So this... traffic density. Call Rudy. Oh, it's this. Police radius, right? But that's the thing, is that I do have police. Alright, well, I know for a fact that we're gonna need to have some coppers over here. So I might as well put one there. And there. And there. And there. And there. And then, does this have crime? No, there's no crime there. Alright, so I'm sort of just guessing where there's gonna be big crime. You know, like, where do we have gaps? Right, 100% we're gonna need police here. Because then we turn all this shit on in the end. Turn the police on. And we let them work. Is there crime over here? It's not really a lot of crime. There is a shitload of crime down here, but we have a fuckload of police stations, so... This is... I'm worried about this, because this is a pretty big gap. So I think we would have to do something like this. Oh shit, technically that's not even powered. Oops. Yeah, see, this ain't powered either. Oops. Alright, so at this point we just wait like 6 years. At this point we just wait like 6 fucking years and do nothing. Population is going down though, which is interesting. I'm surprised I put down so many police departments. Maybe you can't get gifts. Because in a normal game you would get like a super police department. The funny thing is, too, I think crime is depressing the population as well. So I think when I turn the police departments on, that's also going to have a pretty drastic effect. Yeah, see, so transaction fund, or transportation fund is down to 2,054, which is good. I need it to go even lower. But we collected 2,985 taxes, which is good. So basically, I just let this shit sit. I just let this shit sit for some more years. I'm gonna go get some peanuts to eat. There's like literally nothing to do in this scenario. Just gonna eat some unsalted peanuts. This is hella funny. This is like the private island of the rich and famous. They have their own sports stadium. They gotta get helicoptered in. This should be building. So I think the reason why this wasn't building is that this one piece of rail deteriorated. So this should build eventually. It's actually surprising that this shit won't build. I don't get it. Like I was saying, we'll fix all this shit later. We're just trying to pool money together. Look at all the destruction of the roads. I love it. See, when we connect all this shit up, population will start booming again down here. Heavy traffic reported. It's just like 4 cars. More roads required? Yeah, for real. As I'm like actively burning them down. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I wonder if they knew what the fuck they were doing when they developed this game in terms of, yeah, look at that. Big decrease. I wonder if they knew what the hell they were doing with the roads and shit. Like, did they know that roads were fucking worthless, basically? Because, you know, someone had to go in here and, like, meticulously, like, design these scenarios and, like, how these cities look and shit. But, like, doing it this way is just so bad. Right? It's just kind of funny to me. But yeah, we're gonna have so much fucking money. Oh shit. I just realized these are not ever gonna build because they don't have a valid destination. Now they'll build. Only the finest in urban planning were consulted for design in this game. Meanwhile, I look at it and I'm like, oh my god! What were they thinking? But yeah. Anyways. Let's talk about what we're jealous about. I'm jealous that Kohi is playing Shin Megami Tensei, and I don't get to play Shin Megami Tensei for a long time. SimCity, more like Grim City. You know, it'd be fun as fuck though to play Megami Tensei the OG and use the password system. I think we should practice appreciation and gratitude instead. Yeah, indeed. What are we all thankful for? Zard is definitely thankful for new Mega Man. Gotta be thankful for new Mega Man. Thankful I'm playing this instead of you. I enjoy this game, but hard mode was a little rough. Let's be honest. Hard mode was a little rough. So I'm thinking on Saturday we might do like a fucking marathon, right? Because even playing it on easy mode, I think it still took me like what, 8 hours or something. It took me a long fucking time. Oh yeah, there is that new Castlevania. I don't know how to feel about it. It also does not look like what is that game? Dead Cells. It doesn't really give me the Dead Cells vibes, you know? It doesn't really give me the Dead Cells vibes. In terms of both, I guess. Looks and mechanics. I don't know, like when you see Dead Cells being played, it always just felt like very like upright, jumpity jumps. I'm not saying it looks like bad or good. Welcome back, Uncle Scottle. You had some good food. Yeah, I don't know, just some nice sausages. Hell yeah. Yeah, like that new Castlevania game, it looks more like that Prince of Persia game. Remember that? Roads deteriorating due to lack of funds. Yeah, no shit, dude. You just found that out after like 4 years of me not funding it? And I'm still gonna defund the transportation. "5 years to complete scenario." Alright, so basically, I think 1980 is the year we turn the police on. The next mayor will pay for it. Oh, wait. "1980, we let loose with the police. 1981, we turn the transportation back on. And then 1982, we win." That's my plan. Because then all this shit is gonna build out properly instead of being shitty. Yeah, hopefully both those games, the new Castlevania game and the new Mega Man, hopefully both of them are good. But it's one of those situations where it's like, I'm not gonna play it anyways, so. I'm not gonna lie, I saw SOP and I was like, Strangers of Paradise? And I was like, nah, that cannot be. But you mean State of Play. I'm like, yo, Strangers of Paradise 2? Let's fucking go! Son of a Pitch. Great baseball game name. Dude, maybe my newfound love for sporty ball. Maybe I'll make my own baseball game. Oh yeah, while there's nothing to do in this, let me pull up the... Let me pull up Super Bases Loaded. Let me pull up the manual for it. Let me bring it over here. Gotta read y'all the team names. Alright, so one of the team names is the Edit team, and it's literally just called Edit. That's not very exciting. Alright, the teams in Super Bases Loaded are the Atlanta Amoebas, the Boston Buzzards, the Chicago Cyclops, the New York Mercs, the Philadelphia Hawks, the Washington Weasels, the Hawaii Islanders, the Kansas City Kings, the Los Angeles Lizards, the Seattle Storm, which I think, wasn't that a, like, esports team on that DirecTV thing? The Texas Tornadoes, and the Utah Stars. Washington baseball team, yeah. The Washington Weasels. I think I'm gonna play the Hawaii Islanders when I play that. And if we have trouble, then I might do the Edit team, and then we'll just make, you know, 10 out of 10 powerhouse sluggers, you know? But yeah, transportation is getting really cheap now that everything is fucking destroyed. So maybe we only have to do one more year of no transportation. Maybe I'll turn transportation on. Because we have a lot of money pulled up now. But I like that, you know, Hawaii Islanders. Also, just imagine that from like a logistics point of view. Like, just how shitty that would be. For people to have to fly to Hawaii. I mean, it would be the most shitty for the team themselves, right? Because they'd always have to fly back for their home games, whereas other teams, you know, they're not always playing them, I guess, as often. Because the logistics of Major League Baseball is already outrageous. Just never have home games, easy. But then you wouldn't be the Hawaii Islanders, you know? That just makes me laugh, Hawaii Islanders. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. No man is an island. Is that a quote from someone? Do 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 do. John Done's Meditation 27. Okay. Take your word for it. I wonder if rail or roads can deteriorate if they have a power line over them. Yo, holy shit, is that the ultimate trick? I'm gonna have to try that out later tonight, after we beat this. Send home, never send, for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee. Comes from. What's that one game that uses the same engine as Link's Awakening? For whom the frog bell toll. Do you know what I'm talking about? I gotta play that game someday. But yeah, I wonder, like, this right here, right? I wonder if the frog for whom the bell tolls, yeah. That used to be in the queue, but it's not anymore. Yo, Link's Awakening engine and got the Unreal Engine 4. Suspect that's not the version I'm talking about, no. That is really funny, though. Alright, so we'll fully refund transportation. And then a couple of these we gotta fix. 3 years to complete scenario. Alright, so we have so much money pulled up. Alright, so the next year is when I'm gonna turn the police back on. And then we gotta look for any crime. It might even be orange crime, which would be fucked up. Because if it was orange crime as well, sheesh. I should probably play as if that is the case. Look at that crime map. But that's because we have no police coverage whatsoever. Damn, I just noticed that there's gonna be crime. There's gonna be crime over here. So I should put police department. Fuck. That should be good. I think this will work. So we'll have 2 years to just get rid of all crime. And we'll just... Obviously, you gotta start off focusing on red crime and then get rid of orange crime and so on. Actually, another really funny thing that you can do, but it probably has like a lingering effect, so it might take a while. You can probably just destroy a lot of industry that's causing a shitload of crime, which would be really funny. Oh, there's crime here? Not anymore. When I turn on the police too, it should actually increase the population. Doom, doom, doom. The gentleman streamer would allow Zard to amend previous statements. The work is known collectively as Devotions upon Emergent Occasions and Several Steps in My Sickness. It is a prose work, not a poem. Section Zard referred to is the 17th meditation in a collection of 23. Yeah, it's cool. I'm not familiar with it. We gotta bring back the book club, don't we? The Jeffertainment Book Club, where we read actual books and then chat about them. And I gotta bring back the Jeffertainment media watching on the Discord, where I watch baseball games that happened like 40 years ago. And people are repulsed as I try to go deeper and deeper into the bowels of El Diablo. Alright, we gotta turn on the police. It's time. It's time. So city expenditures is less than the taxes that we collect, so that's good, actually. Alright, the police have been engaged. Now we have to watch the crime rate go down. Hello? You guys are activated, so please activate. Guess I gotta wait a month. You have been engaged, police. Do policing. Now. Engage your policing. Prevent rabble-rousing. Right now. Fuck, this is not working. Okay, there we go. Finally, it's working. Okay, okay. It is working. It's working! Alright, so I need extra police. Mayor Jeff says, not negotiate with rabble-rousers. You're goddamn right. Gillian. Fuck. Yeah, I think I definitely need a police station inside of this industry. Blow up the rabble-rouser's den and put a fucking police station in. 1989 Lithuanian Baseball League. That would be funny. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Also, what the fuck? I have hella police down here and they're not doing shit. Dude, I'm fucked. Dude, I'm fucked. Like, surely this will work, right? Fuck. It takes a while for it to really, like, kick in. Might have to turn off transportation again. This is ridiculous. What the fuck? Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, so there's big crime in here. I don't really see how. What is actually causing big crime? Is it just this one thing that's causing big crime? Just delete it. Just blow it up. Alright, so I think I'm gonna have to have another police department there. Could there really be problems over here? I know this might seem very silly, but like, you actually have to be so unbelievably aggressive about this. This is one of the harder missions. You have to be so unbelievably fucking aggressive about crime. Fuck crime. All my homies hate crime. God hates crime. Yeah, see, like, this shit, like, the fact that that's red doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense that this is still red either, but I think that's just lingering. Alright, we only have 1 year left to get this shit right. So I'm just gonna let things play out, and then I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check what the situation is. Yeah, 150k doesn't matter. That's 50k over what we need, actually. Which is maybe problematic. Right, because I made all this shit thinking that because there's no industry down here, it would have less crime, but that doesn't actually seem to be the case. Fire departments need funding. Nah, they don't. People are coming back. Yeah, I guess that's true, but I don't need them to come back. Actually, them coming back is sort of problematic. If I'm being honest, because it will increase crime. Alright, we're gonna decrease this to make sure that we have the most money possible, right? Like, I don't need population anymore. In fact, I kind of need to depress the population. Shouldn't let traitorous haters back into your city. Alright. So I need to check the crime map. Alright, so see where there's orange crime? Oh god, right here, this red crime, this would actually lose me the game. There's fucking red crime here somewhere, so we have to put a fucking police department in. So that should be fixed now. But like anywhere where there's fucking orange crime, so like right here, just blow up something and put a police department in. And then see this up here. Just blow up the school, put a police department in. Then go over here. Just blow this shit up. Put a police department in. I could put it on the outskirts, but like I'd rather just blow it up. It gets rid of a little bit of crime. The police state begins. No schools, more cops. Exactly. Alright, but see this shit over here? Need another police department. Huh? Oh, there's not enough space to put a police department. I don't know, fuck it, just put one right next to it. And then down here, put a police department down here. Look at that. Oh my god! Now there's red crime. There's red crime over here. I just delete this out. Police department. If there's any red crime at all, you lose this scenario. For those not paying attention. How the fuck is there even red crime over here? That, like, literally it doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense for there to be red crime. They're too poor to even have crime. It's a school of crime. It was a graveyard smash. Dude, like this shit, dude, just blow it up. Fuck it. Get it out of here. So I don't need the population. I don't need the population, I need the lack of crimes, is what I need. Alright, so just blow up a little bit. Blow it up. We're just trimming our crime. It's like a bonsai tree. Put another police department down over here. That should be more than enough. Alright, let's let it sit until May. And then we'll check again, and then we'll fucking panic. Then we'll fucking panic. Okay, what the fuck? What crimes? What crimes are even happening? How could there even be crimes? What crimes? Officer bullshit. Technically, I don't think this is even fucking connected to anything. Alright, let's let it sit for another month and then double check what the crimes are. Yeah, like how the fuck is there crime over here? I might have fucked this up anyways because of like, I might not have enough taxes to cover this. Alright, so crime is big time down, but now there's big crime here. So, I just gotta destroy this shit. Right, just blow it up. No crime. And then down here, just blow it up. Any of these big ones, get rid of them. They're just making crime. All my homies fucking hate crime. I think the problem with doing that, though, is it might actually move the population somewhere else. So maybe that's another thing I could have done is, like, raise taxes. Alright, September, we check again. a very stressful one. Dude, there's no crime there. Crime impossible. It's just not updating. Oh, fuck. This is not good. Okay. All this shit should fix itself. Yo, FP, what's up, dude? Cheers, man. We're about to fix Detroit, maybe. Detroit has a bit of a crime problem. Shout out there. This is actually like very... We might be fucked. Hold on, I'll give you a shout out after this. Oh, thank God. I think we actually beat this shit. This is one of the harder missions. Alright, let me give you a shout out. Also, what up, Stevie? Sports ball gaming marathon? Yeah, I'm thinking about playing Super Bases Loaded later this week. But it doesn't have real sporty ball teams in it, so I'm gonna do... Hey, look at that. We can't afford it. We actually can't afford it. This is huge. Go with funds. Yeah, I gave up on... Congratulations! What a fantastic job you've done. The Sim citizens thank you for solving all their problems. Maybe you should run for president. Yeah, so we just fixed Detroit, which is one of the harder scenarios. So the reason why it's so hard is that it's like you need to fix crime, but like you literally cannot have even one red dot of crime anywhere. So it's actually one of the harder scenarios. But yeah, when we play Super Bases Loaded, they don't have any real sporty ball teams. So for Chicago, it's the Chicago Cyclops. But I think I'm gonna play as the Hawaii Islanders just because that sounds funny as fuck. Like, imagine if you had to travel to Hawaii to play fucking baseball. Like, that would be so rough. That would be so rough. But anyways, I wanted to test something else out here. How did bowling go, by the way? Home volcano advantage. Alright. I'm gonna test something here. I'm just curious what it will do. It was sadly terrible. More than usual. Boing, boing, boing. All right. So here's a really like silly... What? You're not allowed to do that on a double line like that? You can do it on a regular line. Okay, whatever. Alright, I'm testing something out because I'm just curious what this will do. A lot of 8-bit, 16-bit baseball games here, they have the MLB license or the MLBPA license. Rarely both. That's why you get fake teams and players. No, trust me, I know. I know about all the politics and blah 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 about it. Super Bases Loaded is actually kind of funny. The reason why I was talking about Ryan Sandberg, who died last year, which is pretty sad. But his face is on the cover, but he's not even in the game, which is funny. Been a rough couple of nights, which means the next time will be good. Dude. Sub 500? That'd be sick. Probably got an easy paycheck for it? Yeah, for sure. But, I wonder what the Japanese... I gotta look into that. I gotta see if the Japanese version of Super Bases Loaded had... oops, I need to crank the game speed. I didn't see if the Japanese version of Super Bases Loaded had a Japanese baseball player on the cover. Because if they did, then I'm gonna have to research that guy too. Just like how I researched Jumbo Ozaki for House Hole in One Golf. But yeah, so what I'm trying to test out here is if I tell, basically if I don't fund transportation, I'm curious what it will do, because this stuff has power lines over it. I wonder if that's a way to cheat. Jerry repairs by doing deep dive research. He does deep dive research, but I was disappointed in his coverage of House Hole in One Golf, which is a silly thing to even give a shit about. Alright. So it should deteriorate. It should deteriorate. Bum 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 bum. Bum. But will it not? That's so fucked up. If it doesn't. Because then you don't have to pay the cost. Did I just discover a new way to cheat? Is hard mode back on the menu? Oh, Jeff, you devilish dog. Look at this. It's not deteriorating for a whole year. Positively devilish. So basically it costs $25 per thing. It'll cost $25 per thing, but it doesn't matter. Right, so if I put these down, these will deteriorate. This is so mind-blowingly devilish. Because now you don't have to pay taxes. What the fuck? That's so devilish. Right, but like this shit will deteriorate. Like other ones that I build will go away over time. That's crazy. Because the thing is like doing this 20 and then 5, right? But there's like a maintenance cost. There's a maintenance cost every time you put rail down. And like that adds up. But you know, you do this and then you don't have to do anything. Absolutely outrageous. Although I am weirded out that it's not... This is not deteriorating either. I wonder if there's like a algorithm that is checking every single rail, and if it hits a rail that has a power line over it, then it doesn't do anything. But it doesn't move on to like one that doesn't, if that makes sense. This might seem very boring to the chat, but this is incredibly interesting to me. Because I'm not paying any fucking taxes. Transportation fund. Now, obviously, I'm not gaining a lot by doing this. And to be fair, I put down a lot of rail now, and it's 91. And so each one that I put down is 20, plus the 5 that I put on top of it. Right? But oh, see? And look at that. It instantly like didn't have a choice of like what to get rid of. So it just got rid of that shit like right away. So if I do one rail, trying to think of like if this is actually worth doing, because one road is $1 on hard mode, right? So after 5 years it pays itself to do the power line. But I'm curious what one rail is, because I think one rail is $3, which would mean, you know, a little under 2 years it would be worth it to cover with a power line. This is so fucked up. This feels like... This is the most, like, corrupt mayor thing that I could ever do. Mayor, why aren't you paying your transportation bills? They can't get rid of the rail if there's a power line over it, dummy. That's crazy. Hard mode might be back on the menu. But I think the plan is that, like, I'll start the stream, like, super fucking early. And we'll just play, like, all day. And try to hit that 500K. Interesting. So it's just $2. So it's almost like I'm paying. It's like I'm paying taxes early to build rail with a thing on top. Now, this is a true test here. Yeah. So you cannot. Let me go back up here. Well, it's only one actually. Will these ever deteriorate if they're underwater? It actually doesn't look like it. That is... That is so devilish. Alright, let me do one more test. Oops. It doesn't really matter what the fuck it's called. Alright, so one more test. One more test. Right, so those both have valid destinations. I know none of this shit's powered. If I do that, then these should all have valid destinations to each other. Right, because the reason why I want to set up this pattern for this specific part, and really for this part when I would do it over here. This one's a lot more obvious, but what I'm going to try to do, right, is to have a shitload of parks everywhere, basically. Right, and then you know, that ends up getting connected like that, and then these are just gonna all be connected anyways, because we're not gonna pay taxes on this shit anymore. Yeah, I don't know why I got tripped up. Because I'm pretty sure that this would work. I'm pretty sure that this would work, but if it ends up not working, then it's also not a big deal to just go in, like, add the rails back in, you know? And then I just gotta remember to, like, cover that shit with power line. Now that I've discovered, accidentally, It's just something that I noticed. It didn't seem like the power was ever getting cut. So as long as there's a power line covering the rail, transportation cannot get cut, which is crazy. Is the mayor doing a good job? He spent all of our money and won't build a power plant, but he's doing a great job. Actually, wait a minute. I have 0 population, and 61% of zeros say I'm doing a great job. That is super fucking funny. Alright. Well, we discovered an absolutely insane new cheese. So, I think hard mode is back on the menu, but we still have 3 more of the regular scenarios. Unfortunately, I've already played this before, so I do know of the secret scenario, although the manual tells you about it. There's an unlockable scenario in Vegas where there is a unique disaster where the aliens blow up all your shit. And it's pretty difficult. It's pretty difficult. But anywho, hard attempt, we are so back. Well, if I don't have to pay taxes on transportation at all, that's like a unbelievably massive savings over time. Like that blows me away. That blows me away. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and call it here. I'll probably be back on SimCity again tomorrow. So, thank you again, Floating Platforms, for the raid. Thank you, everybody who dropped by. Thanks for the follows tonight. And thank you to Jin for the sub. Cheers again to that. Yeah, let's see if any of the homies are on. Let's see. Where'd he go? There he is. Let's go ahead and raid Harpu. Playing some Soul and Sword. Which I'm a little jelly gels about. I hope this Soul and Sword game, it probably sucks, but I hope that it gets a fan translation at some point. That would be tight. Let's start that raid. So, Gadose, Bahamut, Zard, Floating Platforms, Stevie, anybody lurking, appreciate you all. And, yeah. The other SimCity, well, what the fuck are they even called? Scenarios. The other scenarios are, significantly less stressful, besides the Las Vegas one, than Detroit. So we might knock out 3 in one night. If I get at least 2, then that would be good. anyways, peace out. Let's check in on Harpu. Hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. Bye bye.